Today's video is all about the OPPO Find X5 Pro. Yes, folks, we have OPPO's newly announced flagship in the house. In this video, we're going to be unboxing it. We're looking at what's new with the phone. And of course, we're also doing a camera tour and some sample shots. Let's literally take 5 and unbox. OPPO Find X5 Pro 5G. Pretty interesting detail. OPPO has partnered with Hasselblad for this phone. We have the ceramic white in 12GB to 56GB variant. We have a SIM tool. Oh, this is interesting. We unboxed the OPPO Find N and we found a similar card. Nice. Paperwork and a really nice silicone cover. There's texture on that too. Oh, you see the tiny detail? Find more. We have the phone, but let's see what else is in the box. We have a power brick and a power cord, and that's it. At the bottom it says fingerprint location, so there is an in-display fingerprint scanner. This phone feels sleek. That says wireless charging on this circle here, and there's a box and it says NFC. Ooh. Man, look at this thing. On the right, that's a power button. At the bottom, you have speakers, USB-C ports, SIM tray. That is a 2-SIM situation. This is a curved screen, and on the other side, volume buttons. And this is how the top of the phone looks. And this is like the whitest phone I've seen in a while. Let's power this up, and in the meantime, you guys know what's coming, a montage. Which we find on this new Find is pretty similar to the previous Find X3 Pro. Subtle curves on the camera module, which gives it that unique look, and honestly I feel like this doesn't really translate in video. It looks way better in person and feels even better in hand. These are premium feeling devices. Listen, one too many times I've shot a mirror selfie with a Find X3 Pro and people say that they look like iPhones, and I get why that would be the case, especially because it's a 2-dimensional photo, but in real life, holding these phones, using these phones are a whole different experience. Here's the Find X3 Pro side by side with the Find X5 Pro, and yes, there is no Find X4. The ceramic white of this phone looks very clean and fitting because that is a ceramic back. And up front, that's Gorilla Glass Victus, so it should be life-proof. Couple of things that I feel like I need to point out with this OPPO flagship. First off, this is powered by a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 chip, which is the same chip we're finding on all other flagships that's coming out in the market right now. Now, what's so special and unique about this particular phone in terms of what's inside it is not necessarily that Snapdragon chip, but another chip. Marie Silicon X, or OPPO's in-house imaging chip, powers the cameras of these phones, and in a nutshell, that means better 4K HDR video, 4K night video, and even optimization when it comes to social media that use the cameras of this phone. So let me know if you guys want to see a social media test with the OPPO Find X5 Pro. Comment down below. Now, the cameras on the Find X5 Pro, at least the 2 main ones on the back, are the same 2 main cameras on the Find X3 Pro. OPPO claims that Marie Silicon X plus improvements on the glass used on the lenses of these cameras should make these cameras even better. So of course, that having been said, I was pretty curious about the performance of the X5 Pro and the X3 Pro, and as you can see, based on these initial samples shot at the same time with the same lighting, there is a difference between the 2 cameras and how it treats low light shots. And to add, Marie Silicon X does not only power the rear cameras, it also adds to the front-facing camera of the Find X5 Pro. Aside from that, the Find X5 Pro has 5-axis OIS, which I put to the test walking, talking, and shooting. Now, I will tell you that there is an update coming that will supposedly further better stabilization on this phone, but I mean, what you're seeing is footage shot on the phone, and it looks pretty smooth as is. And finally, that Hasselblad collab. Aside from that Hasselblad shutter sound and an expand mode, OPPO and Hasselblad partnered to calibrate colors on the phone to make everything look more natural, even going as far as getting a Hasselblad certification for how colors look with the photos and images you take with a Find X5. And finally, another thing that excites me about this phone, also because if you've seen my videos, you've probably heard me harp about SuperVOOC. This thing has 80-watt wire charging, which translates to 50% battery in around 12 minutes. Right, now that we got that covered, it's time for the camera tour. Right, here we go, camera tour time. So let's get to those cameras. We have 1x, wide, 1x, 2x, up until 20x. On the right side, you have retouch, you have filters, you have Google Lens here. Up top, you have flash settings, you have HDR settings, AI scene enhancement on. You also have a 15 megapixel shooter toggle up there. And did you see that? Because we turned AI on, it recognizes there's a person there and it's suggesting you do portrait. On the right side, you have portrait mode, wide, Ooh, that's not just wide and 1x, that's wide and like a little zoomed in, probably 3x. You can switch between like an aperture of 16, which is weak, or 1.4. There are different retouch and filters down here, and then timer settings. More settings up here, and then you have more. So you have your pro camera mode, all the different settings here, and then you can do 1x, sorry, you can do 1x, you can do 2x, and can you zoom in up until 5x on Pro mode. You have a high-res mode. This says that it's best for well-lit scenarios. You have a pano mode. There's a movie mode, which is basically Pro mode for video. You can do wide, 1x, 2x, and that's what you can do. You have a slow-mo mode. You can do 720 or 1080. You can see the difference there. There is a time-lapse mode, wide, 1x, 2x, up until 20x on time-lapse. You also can do a hyperlapse from here, and then you can switch the speed of the time-lapse between 10x, 60, 120, 480, or 960. You have a long exposure mode, and you can do a wide or a 1x. Moving vehicles, it says there, and then down here you can choose between moving vehicles, water and clouds, or light painting. And then down here you also have filters, and I'm assuming these filters are like hand-picked for this mode. You have a dual view mode, always fun, so you can switch and use like up until 10x or 1x. You can switch around how the dual view mode looks, and then you can make it round, a rectangle, and move this around. There are also like retouch features here. Now let me just point out that I love the difference in wording. We saw this on the OPPO Reno 7 as well that I unboxed. They switched the beauty mode, like the beauty mode term, to retouch, which is great because like I always say, the beauty mode or the retouch mode is great just for retouches, and it's not for hiding the real you. Your flaws are normal, so just a reminder. And then you have your stickers, so you can do 1x up until like 10x, and the stickers are over here. Text scanner, always useful. And then you have the expand mode, and this is all thanks to the Hasselblad partnership. Right, down here you can edit the icons in the camera app. And then let's go to the other side. We have video, so obviously we can shoot in 4K, 1080, 720. We have wide, 1x, 2x, up until 20x. We also have flash settings. There is an ultra steady pro mode, and you can do wide or 1x in that mode. Can you zoom in? No, you cannot. There's AI highlight video, and then down here you can turn on the portrait mode again, 1.4 to 16. Here you have a live beauty mode. Well, let me rephrase. live retouch mode and then different filters that you can use for video. And it does show, if you caught that this is only supported in 1080p 30 fps. This is the same for the portrait mode and the steady mode. On the other side, we have the night mode. So you have wide, 1x, 2x, up until 20x. Now see, this is a thing that you find on most phones. They really downgrade video when you add on all the filters or the different features. But I specifically like that it warns you that it can only do it in 1080p, because one too many times I've added on a filter or a steady mode without realizing that it's downgrading the video. On the other side, you have night mode, you have wide, 1x, 2x, up until 20x. You have a tripod mode on here, timer, you have size settings, and then we're doing selfie. So you have wide and then 1x. You have your retouch mode here, and as you can see, because this is a selfie camera, it's all very detailed, and I usually tend to toggle skin texture and leave the rest to 0. Up here, flash settings, timer, size. On video, you can shoot 1080 or 720, and then there is AI highlight video, of course. There is a steady mode, and on steady mode, on selfie video, this doesn't downsize, so it's 1080p. You have live portrait video, so you can toggle that as well, but it does downgrade to 720p. Here you also have live retouch and filter options. On the right, you have a photo mode, so you have wide, 1x, no zoom. You have your retouch and filter options here. Again, very specific ones because you're using the selfie camera now. You have flash, HDR, auto, you have timer, you have aspect ratio. And then portrait, again, wide, 1x. And then you can switch around the bokeh in the background. You have your filters and your retouch mode. You also have your flash settings and timer settings. And then we are back to more, which we've already seen. So now, some sample shots. At the OPPO Find X5 Pro. The Find X line has come a long way, and although the OPPO Find X5 Pro's improvements aren't as flashy as, let's say, a whole new purple form factor with a pop-up camera unseen in current phones in the market when it launched, or a freaking microscope on a phone, upgrades on this new flagship might just well be as significant. I mean, in and of itself, manufacturing an in-house chip for imaging is a feat. And if OPPO wanted to improve on already proven great performing cameras on their established flagship line, that's definitely something I'd like to see. Or, fine. Get it? Of course, as to its claims on performance, we have yet to see, so let me know if you guys want to see a camera vlog test or social media test. Comment down below. That's it for today. If you want to see how I use my tech on a daily basis, find me online. That's isadoes_ on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Until next time.